Moving on, Urban Decay section this week, brought to you by FleeTheCity.com, is a good one. Well, it's a bad one.
It's actually horrible.
It's a horrible one, but it's like when Culture, when I'm like, oh, this is a good episode of Culture, but it's good because of how bad all the clips are. Like, it doesn't mean the same thing. So this Urban Decay is intense and highlights very well the problems within our blue cities and states. Look at this first clip. A cop replying to a crime scene. Yep, this guy's saying, oh, help her, help her.
He's all in the house.
Help, help, help.
And bam, now you're getting shot by this guy.
Guy's just emptying a clip into you. Like,
And it was
crazy.
a complete trick. And I don't know. I look at this situation, and I'm extrapolating here. Maybe it's not correct, but I think cops are scared to enforce the law and act with the law in their favor in situations when the suspect or potential suspect or person at the crime scene is a person of color.
African American.
So if you're approaching the scene and like it's a sketchy situation, oh, she's coughing up blood, you don't know what's going on, I would approach and go, okay, I don't know who to trust. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Okay, we're all good. The vibe is off. You don't want to show your hands. Now you're getting shot.
Yeah,
And
as soon as the guy goes like, well, what do you mean? Then it's like, okay, now I really need to see your
vibes
hands.
off. Now I got my gun. But because you don't want to say, let me see your hands to a black guy because you're scared that
Because you just watched police get demonized for 2 whole years.
literally BLM, everything, police brutality. Now you're going and you're not protecting yourself. And it's at your own expense. So now you're saying, I don't want to tell the black guy to show me his hands because people get mad about cops and black people interacting that way. And now you got shot. So hopefully everyone watches this and now understands the policemen's or police people's jobs a little more. And then maybe they can understand when they take certain measures to protect themselves, because there are situations like this where you're approaching and you think you're just there to help someone, and then you're getting surprise shot by some guy that you didn't want to say, let me see your hands to. He could just said, oh, no, I'm all good. Yeah, here's my hands. The person's right here and needs help. Okay, cool. But you don't want to say it because you don't want to be offended. And then look, it costs you your own
Health.
life.
Yeah, you got a long road to recovery right now.
Yeah. I don't trust like that.
So you think it was like a just, I don't want to be racist, I'm not going to ask to see the hands situation?
Yeah, I 100% think that.
I don't see how it couldn't be. Like, imagine if you're a police officer in America and you've watched like different crowds and groups ebb and flow on support and hate of you for the last 36 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what am I going to do? Immediately say, show me your hands to the black guy who's saying, help, help, help. That guy's a hustler too. Like, not a hustler, but like a con man.
Yeah.
He played that perfectly. Like, I'm ambushing a cop right now.
That was like acting wise, like he sold it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was very dark.
So, hey, I'm not going to be mad if a cop asks me to show my hands because I might fucking plop plop them.
Exactly. It's like, don't worry about the microaggression. There's a macro.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Don't worry about
the microaggression of saying, let me see your hands to the cop. I know that could be bad, but then there's a potential of a macro aggression, which is just you getting shot in the chest.
Yeah, a steel aggression, a brass, maybe brass aggression.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I saw that playing out.
And microaggressions, they don't kill you.
Yeah.
You don't die.
And you can it's almost better to do them to protect against the macro.
Yeah, yes.
I'd rather do 10 microaggressions to prevent against one macro.
It's small potatoes.
It really is. Moving on, there was a guy who punched a 4-year-old in Times Square in another blue city, New York City. And this person was recently released and has a rap sheet that is 40 incidents long.
40 prior known arrests. Assaults a 4-year-old.
So, yeah.
He looks like a good citizen.
I'm sure he's great. He punched a 4-year-old. He's been arrested 40 times. Think about this, too. You think he got arrested 40 times and did 40 crimes? Or do you think he got arrested 40 times and did about 350 crimes?
Yeah, you think their catch rate is 100%?
Yeah.
No, I think this guy's, his catch rate's probably 25%, so let's extrapolate that.
Yeah.
That's about, 150 reasons.
Wouldn't you get to like 6 and be like, all right, let's just lock this guy up for 20 years?
That's why they have repeat offender laws. Like,
I like those repeat offender laws.
Me too.
3 strikes, they said was bad.
They always publicize like the 3rd strike, he stole a piece of gum. And now he's in prison. And it's like, well, this guy should be in prison. He's punching 4-year-olds.
That's what the 3-strike thing is, right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think they got rid of it. It used to 3 strikes, if you remember, was in California, and so they got rid of it back when California was a Mountain West, state and had like that kind of Old West responsibility, like clicked in. Now they're obviously the trash capital.
I
of the world.
is it appropriate to say I like the 3-strike rule?
Yeah,
If you do a crime,
it's a fair take.
you get caught.
It's 3 felonies.
Yeah,
It's
there should
3
be 2-strike rule.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Campbell back again. Second strike I see. You know, like that. I mean, no, that was legit. That was a legit preventative measure of crime. And now they don't care. Now it's like where else could you get 40 known arrests? You can't get 40 arrests in central Illinois and be out on the
Grand
street.
Theft Auto.
Yeah, you can't, exactly.
That's the only place.
Exactly. So New York, it's like, all right, arrested again. Here's your McDonald's lunch. Get back out on the street. Good luck, whatever.
Yeah, see you next week.
Let's see what this guy's name
40
is.
if you had 3-strike rule and it was felonies, you do 1 felony, you get a DUI.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, that was bad. You get in trouble again, like you're close to getting in trouble, like you're close to the 3rd strike.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, that next one you're not going to get. And then if you do get in trouble again, that 2 felony guy is on like the best behavior ever. He knows if I get 1 more strike, I'm done. But if you don't have that, you just get let back out. You do whatever you want. It's a free for all. It's like a matter of like how much can you get away with. I bet he punched a 4-year-old, robs a lady, spits on a cop. Or
shatters a window.
Exactly. So these people are rats, and we should just lock them up.
This guy should not be out on the street. And then you know what the thing is? It's a 4-year-old. If you're a mom and you have a 4-year-old, and this took place in Times Square. So it's like the mom's doing like I'm going on the big adventure. I got the stroller. I got the juices. I got this. I got whatever. And then you just come to New York and, that's a
rat.
And some fucking rat just punches your kid.
And you're a lady yourself, and your kid is now punched by some rat who has no business being there.
So basically, this is the type of behavior you're discouraging. Remember, it was like, go take your kid to see the museum, the park. Oh, awesome. Sucker punched by street rats.
Yeah.
So I like exposing the street rats who are victimizing lower to middle class regular people. Middle class. If you how many times did you go downtown when you grew up in Long Island? On Long Island, correct? That's what they say.
On Long Island, yeah. We go to the city like once a month.
And that's high. That's pretty high.
That's high,
right?
Yeah.
Maybe for dinner or something
Dinners.
like
I had siblings who live in the city. We go get dinners in New York.
that. True.
I have a 6'5" dad.
I'm talking about when you were 4.
Not gonna take any shit like this.
No shit.
That's what I mean. I have a strong dad, and that helps.
Yeah.
That helps get the street rats away. They're not going to want to mess with Big Steve.
But point being, it's an undertaking if you have kids to bring them into the city.
It's an event.
It's an absolute
Strollers,
event.
the parking, the moving around, safety in general.
You think this lady's coming back to Times Square anytime soon when she knows street rats like this are just out and about?
Because it's the street rat city now.
Exactly.
Because it's not a city for families. It's a city for people who are repeat offenders to be let back out and do what they want.
Mentally ill,
fight, be mentally ill.
Criminals.
And be criminals. And that's who's prioritized. So if you have a family, find something better to do. If you if you're a street rat with a record and you want to keep being a street rat,
the world is yours.
You can make it there. You can make it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. If I could be a street rat in New York, I could be a street rat anywhere.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah. Concrete jungle where street rats hang out.
Yeah, where street rats hate you. There's nothing you can do.
Bottle on your head.
Now you're bleeding on the sidewalk.
Need 40 stitches.
They let him out 6 hours later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's really what it is. I mean, and that's what Democrats, that's what I'm working on a marketing campaign to get, because Democrats are the party of drug addicted, mentally ill street rats. I don't want those. Those guys should be cleaned up. Those guys shouldn't be able to pitch a tent outside of, I saw $1 million, like $2 million house. And it was like, you look on Street View and there's tents up and down the sidewalk.
Get them out.
Who?
What are we doing this for?
Who are these people? So Democrats are in cities and blue politicians, they're the party of street rats. If Republicans were in charge, the street rat problem would be,
and they would just be sent to the blue cities.
Yeah, exactly.
Send them anywhere else.
But point being, That's who the Democrats are really catering to. You know, San Francisco spends an insane amount of money on those types of people, trying to rebuild it. Oh, trying to get them a house, trying to get them this, and it's like they just want to steal something, get $40 and go get high.
Yeah.
So I don't think those people are worth redeeming. I think maybe you can dry them out in a little jail cell, and it'll be for their own good. Then
Yeah.
send them back to their dad who disowned them 10 years ago. Whatever.
But yeah, you prioritize them, and it's at the expense of the people who deserve the city and who would make the city thrive. And it's like, how long can you do that for?
Yeah,
Until everyone just leaves and you gut it. And
the
now it's
Mercedes
just,
drives past.
Yeah.
And they go, that looks bad. But then you have to walk past. You have to, park your car on the street. You can't pay $500 for that parking spot. So you have to deal with them. You're rubbing shoulders with the street rats, not the ultra wealthy.
That's who has to deal with it. We have another Urban Decay story. This is a different type of Urban Decay. They spent $200,000 in Atlanta, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
$200,000 in Atlanta to do a pride flag crosswalk in 4 crosswalks. $200,000.
So this came up because our friend sent us a video of these people peeling out, doing like a street race type thing on the Pride sidewalks.
Hate crime, probably.
Oh, guaranteed hate. Well, nah, they were black, so it was
Totem pole.
It's all good,
If they were vaxxed.
That's like a negative plus a negative equals a positive. It's like just net it out.
But if they were unvaxxed doing that, they might get in trouble.
Exactly. So there's levels to this shit. But yeah, so rainbow crosswalks in Atlanta to cost nearly $200,000. 4 of them. Nice use of city funds. I wonder why they're trying to secede. What's that place? The north of Atlanta?
Buckhead.
Yeah, Buckhead. I wonder why they're trying to secede.
$200,000 on that. For what? What does that do for the LGBT people? You walk by
Literally
and go,
nothing.
oh,
It's a marketing thing. It's literally nothing. So you paid $200,000 for an ad campaign, I guess.
just leave this. Use the $200,000 for something else.
The comments were so funny too. It's like some people are like, "Yeah, that fill potholes, do another bus route, add anything."
Yeah.
And then some people were like, "We need this."
Yeah.
It's like, who are you?
Yeah. Atlanta transportation's really figured out. So they have some extra money to go do gay stuff. Moving on to the last section of Urban Decay, a good old fashioned loot, nothing crazy. Just a boutique shop getting fully cleared out.
This was also Atlanta, right?
Probably.
So we're doing a little spotlight on Atlanta. You spend $200,000 here, you get looted here. Yeah, in ATL.
Here they go. And do you guys see this? Do you want this to not happen to you? Well, I may have a solution for you. It's called fleethecity.com.